Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you all how to get every single secret orc weapon that is hidden inside of Grounded 2. And before we begin, 99% of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you haven't, please make sure to subscribe, as you might as well if you're coming back for more Grounded 2 content. And let's get right into the video. Starting off with the first secret orc weapon of today's video, it is going to be the Scarlet Aegis, and it is going to be located mostly east of the podium, and you can actually do a orc transmitter to reveal this location on your map or get a quest for it, and you will unfortunately need a bomb for this, as well as the fact that there will actually be a bunch of orc scorpions down there, so make sure to be careful. Once you do actually break open the door with a bomb, you will see that there is a chest in the left corner of the room that will in fact contain the Scarlet Aegis, as well as a orc receiver and a few upgrade rocks, as well as 3 heal bosses. And the Scarlet Aegis's secret effect is called Parry Buggy Heal, which when you parry, it will cause your buggies to actually gain a small amount of health. For the next weapon of today's video, it is going to be the Crimson Avenger, and as you can see, it is going to be located pretty much at the very top of the map. And unfortunately, you will need a tier 2 shovel omni tool in order to get this weapon. For the path in order to get it, you are just going to want to follow where I'm going inside of the video. So once you take this spiral pathway, you will eventually get to a cross section to where there will be 2 different rooms. One room will be where the red ant queen is tied up to the ceiling in webs, and the other room will be where a bunch of soldier ant eggs are, as well as red ant eggs. And on the right side of the room, there is going to be another pathway that you are just going to want to follow completely straight until you get to this bedrock section. And in the bedrock section, there will actually be a bunch of orc red soldier ants, and you're just going to want to ignore them, as well as the fact you will in fact need a red soldier ant buggy to chop through the roots there. And as you can see, this is where the tier 2 omni tool shovel will come into play, as the Crimson Avenger is actually stuck inside of this piece of gum. And what the Crimson Avenger's special effect is that you actually have a better chance to get critical hits on spiders. For the Gloom Skewer, it is going to be located right here on the map, just south of the picnic table. And there actually is another entrance just under the picnic table, but for this video, we're going to focus on the one south of it. So, what you are going to want to do is you're actually going to want to take the left path as soon as you get to a crossroads section. This will bring you to a very, very spooky room with a donut hanging from the ceiling with a bombardier beetle and some toxic chemicals dead in there. And you're going to want to take the room to the right with even more chemicals in that room. And you're just going to want to continue forward, and you will not believe it, but the next room contains even more pools of toxic chemicals. But before the second to the final room of the Gloom Skewer, there will be a curve you have to go into, and then going up these stairs here, you will actually see that there is going to be a cockroach queen inside of the room where the Gloom Skewer is located at. So once you actually deal with the cockroach queen, at the very end of the room, there's going to be a few things. One of them obviously being the Gloom Skewer, but to the right of that, there is actually going to be a dead body with the toxic anthill optical disc that you can pick up. And more importantly, there are going to be some mushrooms that you're going to have to chop down in order to get your Gloom Skewer. And what the Gloom Skewer does is when you do a charged attack, it actually increases the amount of stabbing damage that creatures take for a short amount of time. For the next weapon on the list, it is going to be the Heatwave. And the Heatwave is going to be located, as you can see, at the very northern part of the map, right in the center of the fire pit. And I would highly recommend wearing sizzle protection, as you will get pretty much incinerated as soon as you get in there, as well as getting a tier 2 Omni Hammer for the coal that you're going to need to break in order to get it. I would also recommend using fresh defense as well in order to not have the sizzle build up, as it does build up pretty quickly. Once you get the Heatwave, I would highly recommend booking it out of there or using mints or a smoothie to cool you down, as well as going up to a higher position in order for the sizzle not to kill you. And not only does the Heatwave have a higher crit chance than the normal Heat Staff, it also has a special effect called Final Warmth, which reduces chill buildup on the final hit of your 3-hit combo. For the next weapon that is actually just north of the Heatwave, it is going to be the Pinchwhacker, and you will need a bomb to actually open up the room for the Pinchwhacker, similar to the Scarlet Aegis at the beginning. And there will be a few scorpions in the first room, as well as a tier 2 upgrade quartzite rock, as well as a few spicy candies. But once you deal with all of that, just go behind the spicy candy box and there will be a breakable wall that you will need your bomb for. And once you blow open the breakable wall, there is going to be a chest with and in the chest there's going to be 1 sticky memento, 3 unstable goo, 4 milkweed chunks, 2 silk rope, and 3 quartzite rocks. And once you get all of that, in the center of the room, just in front of the whiteboard on the office chair, you will find the Pinchwhacker, as well as a Mega Milk Molar to the right of it. And the Pinchwhacker special effect is on the final hit of your 3-hit combo, it does a AoE shock. And for the final weapon of this video, it is going to be the Bushwhacker, which, as you can see, the starting location is going to be here, located on the map. And I would highly recommend getting a Orb Weaver buggy for this if you don't want to constantly get stuck in the webs. But continuing to take the path that I am taking in this video, as you can see, there's actually going to be a orc blue butterfly at the very top of these branches. You're just going to want to ignore it and go to the left, where you will have an amazing view of the park. And you're going to want to continue straight forward until you see this web bridge with raw science on it. Once you see that, you're going to want to cross the web bridge and go to this completely other section where the Bushwhacker is actually located at. And continuing to go forward, you will see once again there is going to be another web bridge. This is exactly why I recommended the Orb Weaver buggy. And right here, there's actually a neat trick you could do if you want to get the Bushwhacker easily. And with the Orb Weaver buggy, you could actually do a run and jump from that bridge in order to get to the Bushwhacker very easily. But if you don't have an Orb Weaver buggy, you could go on the branch behind you, and once again you'll have to deal with another web bridge as long as a few spiderlings, and take the more narrow branch down, and as you can see, you will be at the chest where the Bushwhacker will be. And what the Bushwhacker does is it actually deals bonus damage to creatures with full health. And with that, that is going to be the last and currently final orc weapon in the game and for this video. So if you haven't, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it'll help me out a ton, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.